What's up, world? It's your boy Jaron Ikner back again for another video for Starstruck TV. This time we're talking once again about the Verzuz series, but this time I want to ponder a couple of ideas and thoughts of future matchups that I think I want to see. First of all, when you really think about how Verzuz started, it really was about, it started with Timbaland and Swiss Beats having a beat battle on their Instagram stories, right? And when it first started rolling, they really focused on producers, right? And then at some point in time, we had artists and musicians and rappers kind of fill in the lane. You had John Legend and Alicia Keys, Joe Scott versus Erykah Badu. We've had rappers like Nelly versus Ludacris. But the thing about the rappers that I don't think it takes away from anything, but I think it kind of takes away from the essence of anything, is the fact that, a lot of these rappers be cheating. You know what I'm saying? They'll drop songs that they ghost wrote, or songs that they have features on, etc. and so forth, which wouldn't necessarily call it cheating, but what it does is it kind of like expands the playing field a little bit. And so what I really want is I really wanted to scale back down to producers, at least for a couple rounds. I also think we should focus on a newer generation too. I would love to see, for example, Metro Boomin versus Hit Boy. I think, in my opinion, those are probably the two most definitive producers of our generation, besides maybe Travis Scott. But Metro Boomin versus Hit Boy. They both have extensive catalogs and hit singles. It'd be really cool to see that. Also, I know that Just Blaze just came out and said that he's not interested in doing a versus battle, but I really want to see him do a versus battle. But I think it really comes down to who I put him against. Honestly, I think it would be probably Pharrell versus Just Blaze. But honestly, it's really hard to gauge. I think there's a lot of producers in that time period that could work against Just Blaze, but Just Blaze is a beast, man. I don't think there's anybody from his era that could really compete against him sonically, but maybe something like The Alchemist would be cool. Just Blaze versus The Alchemist would be dope. I also want to see something like some more lyrical type of dudes go at it. Not necessarily rap battle, but another idea would be Black Thought versus Mos Def. These are two, and when I say underrated, I mean in the eyes of mainstream, two very underrated rappers, but these are two of my favorite rappers of all time. And I think them going catalog song for song would be really, really awesome. I think that's an artist like Big Sean would be cool against someone like Donald Glover or Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi versus Big Sean would be really cool. But the thing about Verzuz is that, at least in the way that they're framing it right now, is that it really is reserved, quote unquote, for the legends, quote unquote, these top tier god legends. But it really would be nice if they went ahead and blew open the doors on the new generation. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice to have a Little Yachty versus Little Uzi Vert, or there's a wealth of artists that I can see matching up. It also would be really cool to do some really throwback type of artists, like Run DMC versus Ice-T. That'd be dope. Also, we got to get Busta Rhymes in there too. And I know that T.I. has been looking for somebody. He's been out there fishing for versus battles, but I think that a good matchup for him would be Busta Rhymes. In my opinion, they're about there for me, and I think that catalog-wise, they're both extensive. Now, a lot of people are gonna argue, well, Busta Rhymes has 10 years on him, but the thing about T.I. is that T.I. has some of the biggest hits of the 2000s. Busta Rhymes does too. He has a couple, but I think people really would underestimate T.I. in that battle, and I think it'd be really good to watch. So, T.I., if you're watching this, you're not. No, challenge Busta Rhymes. He ain't doing that right now. He's sitting around. Also, it'd be really cool to have some more type of musician. I think one of my favorite battles was Alicia Keys versus John Legend. And just because of the musicality of it, seeing these people really go in and create the music live was beautiful. So I think more of that would be really, really dope. there's the obvious, like Dr. Dre. I don't think Dr. Dre is gonna do it, but I don't even know who I would put him against. Honestly, if I had to guess, it probably would be Diddy or Kanye, because they're the only artists I can think of that have the extensive catalog for that. You know, I also want to see more more rappers that like we haven't really thought about, like Common. Common's another good rapper who I think would be really cool to see in a battle against someone of his tierage, maybe like a Talib Kweli. Although people probably argue that Talib Kweli is lower than Common, but Talib Kweli versus Common would be cool to see. But I really do want them to get back to the producers though. So I mean, I want to see Alchemist in the battle. I want to see Just Blaze. I want to see Hit Boy. I want to see Metro Boomin. I want to see DJ Toomp. I want to see. It'd be cool if there was some kind of way to do like a Jay Dilla type of thing. That'd be kind of cool. I saw someone make a suggestion on my Facebook page saying that they should do Notorious B.I.G. versus Tupac, and that it should be hosted by Dr. Dre and Diddy. And the thing about that is, like, you know, first of all, Dr. Dre and Tupac, even though they do have a couple songs together, I wouldn't say that Dr. Dre is the reason why Tupac is successful. You know what I'm saying? Tupac would have been successful without Dr. Dre's influence. But Diddy and Biggie, I think that's really cool. I think it would be really cool to set that up. I think that'd probably be the best way to get Dr. Dre and Diddy in the same room. Because honestly, when it comes to those two, like their catalogs are kind of like a little bit too broad. And it's like, okay, so what are we including? Are we including the stuff that you were in the room on? Are we including the stuff that you were on the boards on? Are we including the tracks that you rapped on? It gets a little bit too broad. That's why it's like, what's cool about the Just Blaze the Swiss Beats and the Timbaland thing is that it's really just the beats and the beats that they made and the tracks they made. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're both two of the greatest producers of all time, right? But they're not over here like on a Dr. Dre or Diddy tier, like running whole record labels and managing artists on the tier that they were. So it's not really fair to put Dr. Dre and Diddy in the same thing, because it's like, you know, Dr. Dre has songs with Kendrick Lamar and Snoop Dogg and Eminem, like some of the greatest rappers of all time, and then, you know, Diddy has songs with like, you know, Janelle Monáe, and if you look at the whole catalog, if you look at the publishing, you know what I'm saying, that maybe that's a different battle. We should have a versus publishing battle to see who has the better publishing. But it'd be really cool to see. I just want to hear Dr. Dre's catalog go against somebody. And when you really think about it, he doesn't have that much. He only has those 3 albums, right? He has Compton, and then the 2 Chronics, and then that other album that he put out for Aftermath, which was like a compilation in terms of actual official releases. You know what I'm saying? Then we also have like I Need a Doctor and Kush. And those are the only songs that Dr. Dre is on as a rapper. So that's why it gets kind of weird. It's like, well, are we just including the stuff that you produced? Because if this is a producer battle, this is a whole different story. If this is a rapper battle, you know what I'm saying? But I really do like what Swiss Beats and Timbaland are doing. And like I said before in my last video about this, like, I'm not the biggest Swiss Beats fan, but I admire him a lot for all this. Him and Timbaland, they put together something dope, and it keeps growing in popularity. And it's really dope to see 2 artists that you love go head to head and show so much love for each other and do this and that. It's really, really cool. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section who you guys think would be a really dope versus battle. Maybe I'll read them in the next video. And make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Make sure you check out my new channel too. I'll put a link in the comment section. And yeah, love y'all. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Peace.